Hello guys, I'm Giovanni Di Grezia. This is Giovanni Di Grezia. Today I'll show you some other scripts I created for 3dqualizer. A useful script is for deleting the 2D code. For example, if you have this point, the point 18, you can back up it first, and after that you can right click here and you have a new option here, delete 2D curves. Doing this, you don't have any more 2D tracks on this. Yes, you can restore it. And okay, this is an option that we will use after in a while. And okay, you can delete 2D curve, right click when using the contextual menu, or right clicking on the point in object browser, and you can restore a backup, as we said in a previous tutorial. Now we are going to see some 2D useful options. We have the copy, the paste and deform two keys, and paste and deform two keys inside. Okay, let's show how these things works. To begin, you have to select one point only. So if you press copy, you have an error window. You need to select one 2D point. Copy and paste are some scripts that run on your RAM, on memory. Only when you go and press paste, you are actually writing things to 3dqualizer. So if you save after pressing paste, all will be saved on your project. If you only press copy and you close and reopen the project, the copy will go. Okay, so let's try this. We can copy. Let me hide the 3D points. This point, track 1, we can press copy. Now the entire track for the camera frame range is copied on memory. We now can use the paste function. If we create a new point, for example here, a point 81, we can press paste on this point, and all tracks will be will go under these new points. So we are now a point 1 and the point 81 with exactly the same path. This could be useful if you want to make, for example, a copy, or if you want to write a previous point. So now the copy is always in memory. You can create a new point, press paste, and you have the same. New point, paste, and you have the same. So you will have different points always with the same path. This is useful, but we can go on and improve this. Here we are just seeing the edit, delete 2D curves to delete the inner tracks of a point without deleting the point itself. It's the same when you click Ctrl and you don't delete the point, but is useful because you can right click and delete without using, for example, cancel and OK. You can use also all with your mouse and without confirmation. And you have also we have seen the copy, and past. But now we have two interesting features that are past and deform two keys, and past and deform two keys inside. Let's see how these things works. We should think about a shot when tracking a point is difficult. So we have tracked this point right here and this point right here. So in this shot you can see that the movement of, for example, this point in the middle is consistent between these two, is very different from this one, because we don't have a strange rotation or a strange movement in the camera path. So we can use, for example, this point on only some points in this area, and so to adapt this path track to this track. We can see how this works in few steps. We can create a new point. We can add a new point here, or we control click, for example, here on this, and we have created a frame. You can see a frame here. Now the interesting part here is not to create an entire track, because if we can track this point with usual methods inside 3dqualizer, we don't need this. But if this point, we suppose that is difficult to track, so we can track frame by frame this point, but we have an already tracked point here. What we can do is only create few keyframes. You need some points. So for example, we have created a point here. This is a spline, so we don't consider it. We can create another point here. We can create another point here. And before the ending of this point, we can create another point here. So, if we check out this curve, you can see that we have one keyframe here, another here, another here, and another here. Now, if we copy this point, copy, and we select this point, and we press past and deform two keys, it will copy this curve here and will adapt this curve only to keyframe inside the point selected. Let's try this. Past and deform two keys. Okay. Now we can see that we have is a very stable. It's really stable curve exactly, but because this point and this point right here are changing. But you can see that now we have a curve that it can be used, but we can refine this adding more keyframes. So if we press Ctrl Z, we have the original keys, but sometimes if we made some changes, we can do Ctrl Z. So the better things here is to back up this curve, because when we click past, all the function will copy the keyframes here and delete the other points, and we overwrite with adapted key over there. So if we back up this point, we can restore it later. So backupping it to memory, and let's add some points. For example, here. 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 And we can do the same. Pass and deform to keys. Now we have a better point. Obviously, we can adapt only until the original key ends, so only in this range. Okay, if we aren't happy, we can restore this curve, and we can remove or add other points. For example, we can re-add previously one. We can pick up this curve and pass and deform to keys. We can further improve this, adding, for example, here some other points, so we can restore, and we can add other points, and after that pass and deform. There is also another option, the pass and deform to keys inside. Inside stands for only inside the keyframes. So for example, if we have now this curve that go from the frame 1 to 350, but for example we can delete this one, we can recreate this point here and here. So we have only 3 keyframes here, 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 and we want to adapt this curve to this point only inside this range. And we can do this, copy, click this, and pass and deform to keys. Keys stays for this placeholder for keyframes inside the range, and boom. Now we have adapted that curve only to this. We can, for example, restore this one, but we don't have a backup, so we can restore nothing. We press Ctrl Z, we have the original curve here. We can use it again here. Perfect, we can back up this curve, and after that we can pass and deform to key inside. And we have this. We can further improve this, for example, restore. We can add a point here, or a point here, here, and pass the deform to key inside. Okay, you can filter this curve to further improve the results, and you should consider that this is only for improving and for tracking a point that usually is intrackable, when you have only some hints when you can track it, so you can use curves nearby to track this specific point. And this is all. You can also consider to filter and to deform track after that using the default another script from 3dqualizer. This has been written from a member of Weta Digital. And so you can use the copy and paste to make only backup. You can delete the inner curve using delete should be curves. And you can pass and deform to keys into the all original frame range or only to the destination frame range. And this can be very useful for example for similar, when you want to track similar features, if you want to adapt a track to another one. And we can see also that in the next tutorial we'll cover also another method in reconstruction. Some of these are included here. This terminates this tutorial about using the copy, paste and deform two keys. I see you, I think, in the next tutorial using the reconstruction tools. Thank you for your time. You will find the scripts on Bitbucket. You can see the description for links. Thank you very much for your time, and sorry for my English. Have a nice day.